Okay. Yo, check it. Doing 190 on the interstate. We're on the news. Swear you niggas need a Scooby gang to get a clue. Don't give me attitude, I'm not a tool. For you to use pathetic platitudes is why this fool is in a loop. Round and round we go in circles. On the wheel like a gerbil. Don't turn up for rehearsals. Capping is more than verbal. Captain of all the Urkels. Had to draw a line in the sand. Why you bitching when what you lost was even less than a gram? You understand? That shit makes you look less of a man. Kill every spitter, you know, nigga, with the press of a pen. Rep for the stance. Haters getting checked by the fans. And they wonder why nobody wants to fuck with the gang. Now can you dig it when killers get down to business? These niggas don't know the limits of my forgiveness. Don't make me make the decision to hit that bitch with precision. One incision, watch you bleed out, nigga, until it's finished. We don't do this shit for fun. Put the weapons in the...
Alrighty guys, what it do, what it does. It's your boy Migos Tyrellius back in it again for another long-winded rant. I'm going to stop calling these videos, bro, because like I noticed I watched a couple of them back and I'm just mostly yapping and ranting. So that's what we'll call them. We'll call this the Mechanicum rants. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, guys, I don't know why, I'm just good at ranting. I'm good at complaining. But not really complaining. But today's rant is mostly centered against the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, the miracle baby, the Warframe Jesus, Nokko. And for the most part, what we will be discussing today to do with Nokko is reroute and why you should never subsume this off under any situation. I don't give a fuck what kind of duress you're under, bro. They could have a gun to your dome. And I would still tell you, do not subsume reroute off under any circumstances. Which is weird, because like if you watch a lot of Nokko videos, a lot of YouTubers are out here saying that this is the ability you subsume off. It's mostly a tie between reroute and stink brain. Guys, here's my 2 cents. Subsume nothing. I'm telling you right now, subsume absolutely nothing. Each and every one of these abilities brings something to the table that ties the kit together synergistically. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't really see the point, especially when it comes to Nokko's survivability, right? Because the way I look at him, Nokko is not a mushroom. He's an onion with layers upon layers of abilities. For instance, Nokko has layers of invincibility with reroute. You understand? It makes you invisible, so enemy aggro is out the window. It makes you invincible in the sense that your health bar goes gray and you take no damage, and it replenishes health and shields as you move whilst you are invisible and invincible. Might I add that it also goes through traps and spy mission shenanigans like it's a joke. It's literally a cakewalk. Completely undetectable to any security systems or enemies when you are in this form. That leads me to believe that Nokko was meant to be like a jack of all trades and a master of all of them at the same time. Because if you look at his 3 abilities, each one of them brings something to the table that other frames, their whole kits are built around. Like the CC that you get from his 1, along with viral damage. You lock down an area, enemies that are not Eximus literally can't do anything except go to sleep. And Nokko is there to do finisher damage or walk past them like he doesn't exist. They are whole frames that their entire kit is built around the CC that this provides. Then we come to Bright Bonnet, the coup de grace of this kit. Because I can tell you right now, Nokko is amongst the very few frames that have the ability to give themselves energy. That's why I'm running negative efficiency on Nokko, because he can actively give himself energy and power strength, which is ridiculous if you ask me. And that is what you are getting from Bright Bonnet. You're getting energy and applying a buff to apply ability strength that lasts. For my shit, it lasts a good 7 seconds, which is an eternity. Oh no, yeah, the duration of the bonnet is 38 seconds. The effect duration is 7 seconds, and the pulse rate is 1 pulse every 3 seconds. And we can up that pulse rate by casting Spore Spring on Bright Bonnet or by using Nokko's kit gun, the abuser. So guys, trust and believe. Like today what we're going to do is that we're just going to have a nice long Nokko run in Steel Path, and we're going to be we're first going to try this solo, right? Just to see how it feels to be doing this on solo. And we'll just take him to a capture mission, because I can capture the enemy and then proceed to commit war crimes for the rest of the mission. But yeah guys, this is what we're doing today, man. Like, I will not tolerate any more Nokko reroute slander, because I can't for the life of me understand. And that's just one layer. You remember when I was saying Nokko has layers of immortality? He actually does. You know what I'm saying? Because like on top of reroute, Nokko's passive makes it so that whatever happens to him, if you do happen to go down, you turn into this sprawling form, which is, you know, the same as reroute, and you just come to your mushroom and you resurrect. That's his passive, guys. Like, what are we doing? Like, bruh. And then of course the invisibility is coming from my Shade Prime. Okay. And you are going well. We got him. Guys, I was having so much fun, I almost forgot. Now that we are here, I want you guys to just look at how easy it is as Nokko to be out here on some Steel Path shenanigans. Because I shit you not, this is one of the most broken kits in recent memory. There is absolutely nothing that this enemy type can do to this frame. Let me tell you, I call Nokko the Gear 5 frame because he's like Luffy on Gear 5 for all of you One Piece fans out there. You know how Luffy just doesn't take anything seriously in that form? That's Nokko for me, because there's literally like there's nothing for me to fret about. On the most serious of notes, absolutely nothing to fret about. Because this frame does it all. And then you equip him with a decent weapons and it's overkill. You know, a decent companion, a companion that builds towards his strengths, and it's overkill. On the most serious of notes, so let's break it down ability by ability. Okay, guys, let's just break it down in a way that like makes sense. Because I honestly believe that this is one of the most broken frames. So I'm just going to go to exit because yeah, the enemies are not spawning the way I'd like them to, and then we just do a straight up survival where they're just, you know, mobbing a guy, because this level of enemy density won't be able to illustrate my point the way I want it to. It's just not gonna bring it home, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Nokko's abilities really need to be illustrated properly, man. Like it's not illustrated, demonstrated, sorry. I feel like they really need to be demonstrated properly, because like I don't feel like there's a lot of people that understand just how cracked this kit is. This kit is the most broken kit that they have ever dared to put in our hands, yes. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't see just how cracked this kit is. Because like a lot of people only use Nokko in a support sense. Like they only use him as a support frame. And they really don't see like how cracked Nokko really is, because how is it that he is not one of the most used frames already? I mean, I understand the farm is crazy, right? Like I understand the farm is ridiculous, but guys, yeah, we'll go for the harder one. It's just crazy. It's crazy to think that like there's people that don't understand, especially if you ask me what are his most valuable abilities within the kit. I would put Bright Bonnet as the first, and then Reroute as the second, Spore Spring as the third, and then Stink Brain as fourth, if I'm being honest. Because to me, like, Spore Spring is a very good source of damage, don't get it twisted, but in this game we have so many sources of damage. You know what I'm saying? That it literally just doesn't make sense. So Spore Spring, whilst it's one of the very good tools that one can use to dispatch of high health targets, combined with everything else that we can do in the game, I don't really believe that it's necessary, though it is a welcome addition, don't get it twisted. And as his kit works now, I can't even imagine Nokko without Spore Spring, you know what I'm saying? But there's a reason I'm putting Bright Bonnet and Reroute in front of it. It's because, bro, for my playstyle, let me bring it back to the person. For my playstyle in specific, it's crazy. Like I use it a ridiculous amount of times. Now, let's look at the utility of Stink Brain, for example. We can see that this room has 3 openings. Placing a Stink Brain at each one of these openings ensures that enemies cannot get here where I'm standing. Hard crowd control, bro, and you can see the viral ticks. Yeah, these are enemies that are suffering. So I throw a Spore Spring there, I throw another one there, and I throw the last one there. Look at this, look at the damage. Look at the clearing potential. And that's what I mean by, guys, this is a broken frame. Because anybody trying to tell you that this frame isn't bonkers is crazy. They have lost their minds. Do you have any idea the kind of nonsense you can get up to, when you don't have to rely on anybody for your energy. You don't have to rely on anything for your energy. I don't have to rely on even enemies dying for me to get my energy. No equilibrium shards, no Zenuric school. All of that is covered by Bright Bonnet. Like by Bright Bonnet. Do you know how crazy that is? And this is calm. This is a calm steel path. Like we're just doing. Look at that. We're just doing this for fun, guys. And the CC is hard. The energy return is hard. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even seen a need to use reroute because I'm just not taking damage. I'm just not taking damage. And I'm remaining perfectly invisible because of shade. And I can just look at enemies perish. Like, are you seeing how bonkers this is? This isn't right. Huh? And I've picked up another one. And now, wonderfully, you guys are about to see what Spore Spring can do to an Acolyte. So Bright Bonnets are the flat ones, Stink Cream are the round ones. Yeah, look at this. And then we go into reroute just to be pricks about it. Look at that. Literally untouchable. Untouchable by every definition of the word. Like, they can do nothing to stop you. Madness. I obliterated a Thrax and I wasn't even here. Do you understand? Thrax are dying over here and I'm not even actively hunting them down. They're dying just for being in the vicinity of Nokko's kit. Look at that. Red crit numbers in the millions. And keep in mind, guys, I'm not a meta gamer. I don't necessarily play the most meta builds or whatever, man. Like, for me, it's comfort first. Even my clan members will tell you, for me, it's comfort first. I have to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I have to be having a good time. So as you're seeing me do this shit, just understand that this is the comfort version. You know, there's still a crackhead version somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There's still guys who are always pushing P, bro. So there's still a version of this build that is way more cracked than what you're seeing. And this is just Nokko on a calm Tuesday. Like, imagine being one of these guys, bro. How did you die? A mushroom. Oh, you ate a poisonous mushroom? No. I was killed by a mushroom. How? See, you ate it and it was poisonous. No. So there was this mushroom demon that kept dropping mushrooms that were killing us for some reason. What? Yeah. 10 of our guys like just dropped after getting bonked on the head by a tiny mushroom. Like, bro, you can't even explain what happened to you. And those are the frames I love, bro. When I know for a fact These guys can't explain what happened to them when they end up on the other side. Those are my most fun frames. Because the story starts with, what had happened was, so like we were just, on patrol, right? And then we died. What do you mean? Hey bro, I don't know what happened, bro. I blinked twice and all the goons were dead, man. The last thing I remember was this little caked up mushroom dancing on our corpses. That's the last thing I remember, man. Like dude. I mean, like, if this was literally any other frame, I'd be taking the most fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, gunshots would be coming in from, like, bro. On top of that, like, my energy economy, like, I'd be actively looking for, like, Eximus or other enemies to kill so that, like, I can keep my energy up, because of the health orbs dropping or whatever. Nokko is like, bro, that's some scrub shit. Like, what, you're worried about energy? Nigga, please. Energy is worried about me, bro. What do you mean? Look at this. And the best part is, it's a fun time, man. Literally. I can just be over here skipping on my mushrooms, and guys are going to tell you at stink brain isn't a good fucking ability. All of these idiots are asleep right now. To be murdered at my leisure because of stink brain. Because it puts so many fools to sleep. Look at this. Literally taking no L's with this frame, man. Zero. You understand? Look at this. This little disrespectful caked up mushroom is just having a blast. While everybody else suffers. Look at that. I can't even tell where the acolyte is. I just know that they're gone. That guy didn't even see me. Look at this. When you guys burn, I'm here dancing on the flames. You get, as in, bro, Nokko is a menace. A full-blown menace. And you can't tell him nothing. That's the best part about this play, is that there's literally nothing they can tell him. Absolutely nothing. They don't have a prayer at giving you problems. Do you understand? I feel like I'm missing. Yeah, I knew one of you was here. You wondering why so far away? And then just what? The party don't stop. It goes on. Look at this. My guy. I'm calling this the Camp Mula build. Because what is this, bro? Like, as it you get. Steve, Pablo, like, you allowed this to happen. You guys are some real ones. You've just allowed us to massacre people like this. Bro, it must be tough being a Grenier, Corpus, corrupted, whatever, bro. It must be a hard job. To come to work every day knowing that your entire existence could be ended by a mushroom. A mushroom that's tweaking. Look at this. Literally no answer. I'm not even stressed about life support yet. You know how funny that is? Just to be that guy that's not even stressed by life support, man. You're just moving from one messed up area to the next. Whoever tries to pass through here. And that's the thing about Nokko that I've noticed. Like, you also have to be very aware of choke points. Choke points are a big thing. Like, just be aware of how enemies flow into an area. You know, which doors they're using. Because, bro, once you block that down, my guy, it becomes a joke. I can't even lie to you. Look at it. Literally can't do anything. They gather en masse and get murdered en masse. Look at this. Nothing they can do. A few stragglers here and there, bro, but look at this. Then Reboot has a mini game. I can just, hey, I can just go collecting those two things to give me speed. Hey, look at these poor bastards. Taking y'all out. Light work. Meanwhile, my health and shields are all back. Now we are even over shield, bro. 4.3 million, 6.9 million red crit. I don't even know what that is. And then when they decide to kill you, here's what you do. You just run to a mushroom and reincarnation happens in real time. And now watch this. It's a whole acolyte that's about to die. Painful body movement. En masse, I guess. Such an easy way. Like, bro, if you're looking for a frame, like, you want to be able to just, like, breeze through, like, the so-called difficult content in this game, get yourself a Nokko, get yourself a Shade or Shade Prime, and get yourself, like, some of the essential mods, especially the corrupted ones, you know, Transient Fortitude, Blind Rage, and I promise you there is no content that's going to give you a problem. At least in the, you know, and I'm about to show you guys another Nokko hack. I've shown you the survival, right? Like as you guys can see, we've been here for like 15-16 minutes, but it hasn't really been a struggle. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's really not a struggle. See what I'm saying? People are just I mean, just look at this. Gone from this world. 18 million red coat. Crazy. That's how you know Crepuscular is 6 mil. Crepuscular is putting in delicious work. Beautiful, man. It brings a tear to my eye. Especially if you are a Warframer that's been playing since 2015. You know what the hustle was like back then, guys. You know what I'm saying? To all my vets, like you know what it was like, yeah, trying to run a survival like this back then, bro. You know, it was such a sweaty setup, man. You had to have a chroma there and inner rows, a goddamn, you know what I'm saying? My guy Rhino was like a must-have for any and all survival runs. Like life was rough, bro. We didn't have the facility, the versatility that we have today, man. Like the build versatility where you can just run whatever you feel like running, bro. Back then you had to be specialized, and again, I'm telling you niggas, man. Like you had to be specialized in the sense that like you had builds. Like you had builds for specific roles. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, I still build like that to this day. Like I still have frames that I only, break out when I need certain mission types done in a hurry. But it's not as boxed in as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say if you're an Excalibur main today, you can run that boy anywhere. You know what I'm saying? With the level of arcanes and mods and shit that we have access to, companions and stuff that we have access to today, any frame can really run the gauntlet on any mission type. And that wasn't the case back in the day, and I have to acknowledge how genius DE have been in like I have to acknowledge how genius DE was in being able to streamline the game's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it's one of them ones where I'm actually very happy that this is the direction that they decided to take, man, because it makes the game more enjoyable, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh no. Hold on. Am I the one that you are trying to chase? Huh? You must have lost your mind. Kwanza give me all of this. Hey. Also, did somebody take my weapon? Yeah, there's some disrespect that happened here. Like, look at this. Just as in, they can't do nothing to the boy. And that's a survival on Steel Path. You know what I'm saying? Wondering how he do against Eximus. This one. I guess he's a bit of a, you have to be a little bit patient with Nokko in the sense that all the damage just doesn't pull up at once. But bro, it is damage so substantial that I am willing to wait a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like guys, trust and believe, Nokko is the one. He is the one for these runs. Especially like whenever I'm just on steel path or just trying to run a quick survival, he's the guy. Even and he's become my go-to spy mission frame. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you, the only challenging thing about spy missions is the tile sets. Like there's some Grenier tile sets that I just get lost trying to find, you know, the thing to hack. But in terms of getting through the traps, there is no frame I would rather have, like whilst going through some spy missions than Nokko. For free. I'm telling you guys. For the free. Nokko is the guy. You feel what I'm saying?
The steady blade, in
Hands
certain
down.
hands, extracts a tithe of blood
Best in
and
class.
pain.
Yeah, so that's it for my video, guys. Just, you know, trying to raise the Nokko awareness, cause he's one of those ones, my guys. He's definitely one of my mains. In fact, right now it's a tie between Nokko and Protea, and as you can sense, both of those frames are very versatile. They don't just fall into one role. They can do multiple things at the highest level. And those are my kind of frames, guys. So yeah, if you like Nokko, give him a try, and just don't try to subsume stuff off rip, okay, guys? This has been Megos Tyrelius, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.